Hey guys, it's Katana Pup here, and I wanted to do a video today on some collars and leashes that you should or should not use for your first time being a pup. Some of these, when you get more experienced and you and your handler, trainer, owner, whatever, or if you're just a stray pup like me, will get used to more. A lot of these are not first-time collars, and sometimes you will never get there. But I just wanted to explain this. And no, I don't know everything about pup play. I know a lot from experience, and I know a lot from countless hours of research, and also talking to other pups. So put this little guy over here. First collar that you may be attracted to, I know I am, is collars from punk rock stores. Now this one simply just has a snap thing, and it just snaps, and there you have it. It's good. It's a good accessory, but not for pup play, because if someone tries to grab, your owner, handler, whatever, tries to grab it, it's going to stick into their hand. They have to kind of like try to grab you from the back, and they're pretty flimsy. They're almost never made out of real leather. So yeah, that's one collar that you do not want to use, especially for a first-time puppy. And I just don't recommend these even for experienced pups, because they can't really be used for walking, because one wrong move and it'll snap. And also they're pretty pokey. Another collar, and I know I like these just to wear as accessories, is choker chains. Now the only way I would ever want someone to wear something like this is I had to go get a carburetor, or a carabiner, or whatever it is, but you take it like this. Okay, here's the loop right here. You fold it, then you clip them together, and that way it's not being tightened. But these are very easy to tighten, and they're very hard to untighten, because you have to get right on top of it and then kind of push down. Even as I'm talking, like simple movements like walking would tighten this, and these are not fun to have you yanked around. So this is another collar I don't recommend. I will wear these to pup events, but with the thing on it, so when I'm pulling, it doesn't tighten, and I don't risk choking myself. Another related one, this one was gifted to me for my old dog, which I never used. But the cloth ones, now these are even worse, because these tend to stick and don't really want to come loose because of the cloth. So there's even more of a choking risk. Another collar, especially for some people that are really into BDSM, e-collars. I do not recommend them. If you can find a vibration one, cool, but our necks and dogs' necks are way different, and you know, these are very hard to, these your trainer can easily hit that thinking it's the vibration button and accidentally shock you, because the shock setting doesn't really feel good on a high, especially around the throat, and especially how tight you're supposed to make them. Vibration's okay, but I don't recommend these, because there is kind of a risk with them, but if you're just doing the vibrate setting, it's fine. I honestly wouldn't recommend it, because I mean, because we do have common sense and we do have cognitive thinking, so we don't really need corrections like that. A simple no is good. And we're coming up to the last collar that you may not want to own for your first time, and that would be spikes. So, as you know, that this is my collar. This is my personal collar, and I wear this almost all the time. And it's got my new tag on it, and it's got my old dog's rabies tag on it as kind of a joke. It's kind of funny when people at conventions see it, they laugh. Or some people are generally concerned that I got a rabies shot at a vet's office. So these are usually very thick leather. They're usually very big. O-rings and all this other stuff. It does feel comfortable and it is good to wear around a lot, but I would suggest you getting a leather collar instead of a spiked one. This is more for experienced ones and not one that you want to wear to a pup convention unless you have a spare collar, which I do. The e-collar one I showed you, I take the e-collar off and I take that one with me when I want to go play with other pups, but I don't want to hurt them with my spikes. So this one's good for, walks and all this other stuff. It would definitely be good for pictures of pup outfit. Some collars that you may want, I'm going to take my old one down. This was my very first one, is just a soft nylon collar. These ones are very easy, very easy to find, very easy to buy, very cheap, and they're very comfortable. They're not there's no risk, well, there should be no risk of you ever hurting yourself unless, someone's being too jerky with the leash. But these are just simple. They're light. They're, in my mind, it's not my favorite, but they are very good for first-time pups. So, another collar. This one's like cotton material. You can get a nylon material, which this one's thicker, which I like, and it's got a solid buckle, and it just clips. And then I also like to use these sometimes as like chokers, so there we go. And of course I clip my hair, so it's got they've usually got a pretty good O-ring, pretty good reflective stripes and everything. Let's get on to leashes now. Before I get to that, sorry, had one last collar that blends into my bed. These are bondage collars. These don't buckle, these Velcro, and they can be quite uncomfortable because most of them are made to wear when you look up or down or side to side. It's fairly uncomfortable. Mostly they have tiny leashes, or they have like cat leashes, where I actually had to sew mine together because mine kind of broke. So yeah, these are kind of cool, but unfortunately, if you pull too hard on them, they will come off. And especially if you're a pup who likes to pull like me, you won't want that one. So, leashes that you should not get. I've only got like 2 sorts, and that's it. And I'm gonna show you some different types. This one's mine. It's got a very big snap. It's got a very thick handle, which I sewed multiple times, and I'm gonna go back and sew it again just to make sure. And I may do something with it to make sure that this handle is never coming off. Yes, it's fairly long, probably about 4 feet. These are pretty heavy, so not for a first time leash, and especially not comfortable for the handler if they're trying to get you close to them, because you've got 4 feet, and it's very uncomfortable to sit there, do this, and try to tug you to them. Other one is similar to that, but this is just a kind of handmade one. So this is just regular chain, dog tie-out chain, and I made the clip, and I used a thing right there, so it's got a okay snap. These ones are not as heavy, but they are fairly uncomfortable, so you will have to use gloves for this. These I would suggest for photo shoots, or if you're going to a pup convention and you plan on not playing, unless you pack a separate leash and collar like I do. Leashes to think about. Here's a 6-foot one. It's just, you know, dog bones. I don't like this snap. I just have an issue with it. Yeah, there's 6-foot. There's, you know, like 4-foot ones, kind of like the other one, but this one's like camo, and it's got a very good solid brass snap. Another one is, do you want a 2-foot leash? This one's fairly simple if you want to keep your pup right beside you without a lot of room to roam. So that's it. I hope this video helped y'all, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Bye, guys.